Chapter 12. Stewarding the Sacred Field. Ceremony as a Living Relationship. Long before anyone drinks from a cup, the ceremony has already begun. It begins with preparation, with intention, with the way people arrive, with the conversations they have before entering the space, with the food they have chosen to eat, with the prayers they have whispered, with the willingness to become fully present. A ceremony is not simply an event, it is a living field created by every person who enters it. Every breath, every thought, every song, every silence, every act of kindness, every surrender. Each becomes part of the environment in which healing unfolds. You are never simply attending a ceremony. You are helping create one. The sacred and the beautifully human. There is a moment in almost every ceremony when someone quietly thinks, "This is nothing like I imagined." Perhaps it is the first sound of someone purging. Perhaps it is unexpected laughter. Perhaps it is profound silence. Perhaps it is the realization that healing often looks much messier than our imagination allowed. Ceremony has a remarkable way of holding opposites, the sacred and the ordinary, the mystical and the deeply human. Moments of breathtaking beauty, followed immediately by someone asking where their blanket went. This is not a flaw. This is a reminder. The divine has never been afraid of our humanity. Perhaps we don't need to be either. Why so much releasing? Many traditions understand cleansing in different ways. Some emphasize physical detoxification. Others focus primarily on emotional, psychological, or symbolic release. Many people experience several of these dimensions at once. However it unfolds, release is often less about punishment and more about making room. Sometimes that release comes through tears. Sometimes through breath. Sometimes through laughter. Sometimes through silence. Sometimes through the physical act of purging. Whatever form it takes, it deserves compassion rather than embarrassment. Many first-time participants worry that they will somehow do ceremony wrong. There is no prize for appearing graceful while healing. The body has its own wisdom. The heart has its own timing. Healing is not a performance, it is a relationship. The Symphony of Release. One of the greatest gifts ceremony can offer is freedom from shame. To someone unfamiliar with these spaces, the sounds of release may seem overwhelming. To those who have spent time serving ceremonies, they often sound very different. They sound like courage, like surrender, like people choosing life, like old burdens finding their way home to the earth. There is an extraordinary beauty in witnessing another human being letting go of something they have carried for years. No applause is needed, only quiet respect. Caring for the body. The body deserves gentleness throughout ceremony. Simple things matter. staying aware of your breath, moving slowly, listening to guidance, caring for your physical safety during moments of release. If purging arises, allowing the body to remain as upright as possible can make the experience safer and more comfortable. And, with all the love in my heart, please resist the urge to chew on the bucket. Humor has always belonged in sacred places. Stewardship of silence. Silence is not the absence of sound, it is the presence of listening. Many of the deepest moments in ceremony arrive without words. When we constantly narrate our experience, we may accidentally interrupt someone else's. Silence becomes a gift we offer one another. Not because conversation is wrong, because attention is precious. There will be time to share. For now, simply listen. Respecting the circle. Every person enters ceremony carrying an invisible story. Some arrive grieving, some hopeful, some frightened, some quietly determined. No one needs to be rescued from their experience unless safety truly requires intervention. Respect personal boundaries. Avoid touching others without consent unless you are part of the support team and responding appropriately. Trust the facilitators. Trust the container. Trust that every person deserves the dignity of their own unfolding. Music, prayer, and the living field. Across traditions, music has long served as a bridge between ordinary awareness and deeper presence. Whether through indigenous songs, sacred chants, drumming, prayer, silence, or spontaneous expressions of gratitude, sound shapes the field. You do not need a beautiful singing voice to participate. You need sincerity. Sometimes a whispered prayer carries more medicine than a perfect harmony. Allow your voice to emerge naturally when appropriate. Allow yourself to be moved. Remember that vibration touches far more than our ears. It touches our nervous systems, our hearts, and often our courage. The ceremony continues. Many people imagine ceremony ending when the final song is sung. In many ways, that is when another chapter begins. The days that follow deserve the same reverence as the ceremony itself. Rest, hydrate, journal, spend time in nature, move gently, eat nourishing food, speak carefully. Allow your nervous system time to integrate what it has experienced. Many experienced facilitators encourage avoiding major life decisions immediately afterward. Insight benefits from time. Let wisdom settle before asking it to direct your future. Protecting the tenderness. Following meaningful experiences, many people feel an understandable desire to tell everyone what happened. Sometimes sharing is healing. Sometimes silence allows the experience to deepen. There is no universal rule. Simply notice what feels respectful to the experience itself. Some of the most meaningful transformations unfold quietly, like seeds beneath the soil. Not because they are secret, because they are still growing. Begin building your optimal field. Whether or not you ever attend a plant medicine ceremony, you can practice creating sacred space. Before an important conversation, pause. Before entering your home, take one conscious breath. Before sharing difficult news, ground yourself. Before a meal, offer gratitude. Sacredness is rarely created by elaborate rituals. More often, it is created by the quality of our attention. Another page in your journal. Write this question at the top of a blank page. What helps me feel safe enough to soften? Sit with that. Then ask, how do I contribute to the spaces I enter? Do I bring presence, calm, curiosity, kindness, hope? Finally, write one last question. How can I help create environments where healing feels possible for others? Remember, the field is never created by one person alone. It is woven together through countless small acts of presence. Becoming part of the prayer. Perhaps the greatest lesson ceremony offers has very little to do with altered states. Perhaps it is simply this: every room you enter is a field. Every family, every friendship, every workplace, every meal, every conversation. You are always helping shape the atmosphere around you. Sometimes consciously, sometimes unconsciously. Ceremony simply makes this truth easier to see. The invitation has never been merely to attend sacred spaces. It has always been to become someone who helps create them. And if somewhere along the way, you discover that healing is equal parts tears, laughter, surrender, mystery, and the occasional bucket, smile. The sacred has always had room for wonderfully imperfect human beings. Perhaps that has been the lesson all along.